Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's Friday. TGIF, baby. TGIF. Hopefully, today is going to be one and done for Johnny. Yeah. One and done, baby. Roll over and go to sleep. Yeah. Ain't nothing better, man. Anyways, I've got a lady who said her toilet's running. I said, is it running in place? Or is it jogging around the neighborhood? And she was like, excuse me? I don't know this lady from a fucking hole in the wall. Sharing some of my dry, fucking terrible humor with her over the phone. She really was having her doubts about having me come to her house after that statement. Guys, I get a call. Every fucking call I get. They're like, I'm in the Wiki Waki Wooka Donkey subdivision. I have no idea where the fuck that is. Every goddamn corner in Florida is a new name of a community. Like I'm supposed to know all this shit. What am I, a fucking walking GPS? So she calls me, she says, yeah, this guy named, she throws out some name. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he recommended me. I just can't keep track of that. My random access memory is full, man. I need a fucking upgrade. My Rolodex, my phone numbers, my people that I know people by their face. Everybody's bud, ma'am, or sir to me. So anyways, I gotta go to this lady's house. It appears she has a Kohler. Looks like a Home Depot wave or whatever. But it's leaking. When people say leaking to me, I'm thinking water on the floor. A toilet that's running is a toilet that needs a flapper. So she says the toilet's leaking. I said, from the base or, from up above. And she's like, well, it turns on every once in a while. I was like, okay. Just send me a picture, honey. Send me a picture. And then she says, and I got 2 valves that need to be replaced because they got a little corrosion. They're outside in a cabinet next to a swimming pool, and they're green. I could put 2 new ones on, but they'll be green too in a fucking year. But I'm done. It is so fucking noisy in Sarasota now. I think the cops are just turning their sirens on. I think they're part of the Trump machine to make everybody think that crime is up in the area. Listen to the sirens. The guy's going nowhere. I was fucking eating yesterday. I went to, where was I? Let me just finish the first story I was on. I kind of bounce around. It's called ADHD or something. Yeah, I'm sure I have a few things that have been undiagnosed. Or maybe they have been diagnosed and people just say, fuck it, he ain't never gonna change. So yesterday I went to Dirt Dutchman, which is a massive fucking Amish buffet. I needed to get some veggies in me, man. I got some carrots, some string beans. The one thing that's there that is everybody talks about how good the fried chicken is and, this and that. The one thing that doesn't get discussed much is the pot roast. And to go to a place for $20 or $18 and eat all the just falling apart pot roast that you can eat with mashed potatoes. Sometimes they have red new potatoes. Is just banging. So I got filled up on that, man. And I did notice that most of the people there, they look like Mrs. Butterworth, but my waitress was pretty hot, man. I gotta say, she was fucking hot, man. So she came up to me and I said, I have to tell you, you are absolutely beautiful. And she said, yeah, but, I cut my hair and I have to use gel to keep it down. And I was like, oh, honey, it's not. You look beautiful. And I wanted to say, and your butt is just fucking amazing, honey. Anyways, I gave her a $12 tip, which she said, wow, that's a lot. I said, yeah, hon, don't worry about it. I said, I know these people in here, these Amish people are fucking cheap, They'll leave you a quarter. Go get yourself something nice, kid. Yeah. Go get a half a fucking squirrel nut out there in the front. 25 cents. What can you buy for 25 cents these days? Nada. So I ate way too much. I walk outside and they've got these beautiful, the same company that makes the chairs at Detweiler's, Miller's, Amish company, furniture makers, outside furniture makers. They've got a bunch of, come on, get in the house. Get in here. Or keep it down. They've got rocking chairs out in front of this place. And I was stuffed, man. So I just sat out there and I'm rocking. And here comes this little lady with ponytails. She's old, maybe 90 old, And she's got these little wispy ponytails sticking straight out of her head and they come down. And I look over at her and I say, ma'am, are you following me around? And she looked at me. She said, what do you mean? I said, the other night when I went to dinner at Olive Garden, you were sitting at the table across from me. She said, oh yeah, I remember you. She said, this place is good too. I said, you got it, honey. So I sat there for a while and I walk out to get in my truck. And the parking lots these days are very, very tight. They put these parking spaces on a 90-degree angle. So you really got to turn. You got to back in and out to get your vehicle straight. Especially if you got a big pickup truck. So I pull in and my truck's not straight in my parking spot, but I'm within the lines of my parking spot. You know what I mean? I'm not into anybody else's space. So I walk out to get in my truck, and this little nerdy kid in a big-ass white truck looks at me and says, nice park job, bud. I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me, man? So I fucking rolled down my window on the passenger side and I laid a motherfucking loogie onto the fucking passenger window of his truck. And then I felt bad after doing that. I mean, there was a momentary sense of satisfaction. Like, this little punk thinks he's gonna critique everybody in the world. I mean, who the fuck does he think he is? He's not Johnny Sunshine, I almost said to him, you know who the fuck I am, buddy? You know who I am, son? You better go in there and get yourself a fucking buffet, son, before I knock your lights out. Anyways, as I'm leaving, I see the little prick is still standing out there watching what's going on as I back out, because I said something to him when he said that. Nice park job, bud. I said, thanks, man. Thank you, my friend, for noticing. I've been working on it my whole life. So he stayed there, and he must have saw me lay a loogie onto his truck, and he was on the phone, and I was thinking, oh God, he's calling the cops on me. And I'm going to have to explain that it's not me. I didn't spit. Unless you have cameras or DNA testing, I didn't spit. I don't remember it. I just don't remember nothing. I plead the fifth. I'm learning a lot from watching Donald Trump. Fought a few times. Maybe I was ready to shit my pants. If the cops came, I could have shit my pants. Got everybody to back off just a little bit. Anyways, I was very uncomfortable for 4 hours after eating a side of beef and, a bushel of fucking potatoes, mashed potatoes. And this woman was so sweet. I said, honey, I want to get some dessert because I never get dessert. I said, I'm going to go with the apple pie, Dutch apple pie a la mode. Meaning, I want some vanilla ice cream on that son of a bitch. And she did it for me. And it was delicious, man. She heated that pie up. I said, does that pie come hot? She said, no, but because you're so handsome, I could put it in the microwave for you. I was like, you do that, honey. You do that. Johnny likes it. Johnny likes it hot. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, so I got to go do a little service call today. Got to clean up my truck, get that heater out of there. Guy I worked for was from Rhode Island yesterday. That was my first call. The 3 videos I put up yesterday were in reverse order. Just because of time, I'm trying to get a video up by 4 or 5 o'clock, so I start out by putting up a short one, and then I can work on the other stuff, getting a video together. But I had a great day yesterday. The guy was pretty cool. I could sense he was from Rhode Island. He just had to look that attitude, and the way he was talking. His wife is Portuguese. They actually have a house, a little place to escape to in Portugal, man. Those are old country Portuguese, man. Yeah, lots of them in Rhode Island. My wife was Portuguese, Cape Verdean. My brother's wife, both of my older brothers, their wives were Portuguese, or are Portuguese. Something about that brown skin, man, and the brown hair. Yeah. Anyways, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. We got to do a little bit of hater mail. Some guy thinks that this guy is definitely a Trumper, conspiracy theorist. Put up a big fucking post, a question in the comments. He was saying that, when you turn on those valves for the washing machine, it actually turns the water away from the air, the hammer arrestor. So it's a big scam. They don't work when the valves are in the on position. I think it's called internal porting, my friend. And, I think they probably work. I mean, if you're concerned, you could call them up, tell them you need a fucking cross-section illustration of the valve because you think they're pulling a scam on everybody. Yeah. I'm not ready to go there, my friend. You are obviously very concerned with the fucking 3 chapters of texting you sent to me. I appreciate it. I did read it all. Let's get to the ba 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 bum di 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 di. can't get that fucking song out of my head. I've been singing that since I was fucking 12, man. You don't know how much fucking pain it is. So this guy, 38 Mullet, he's saying I'm his hero, man. Come on, 38 Mullet. That ain't, you gotta be fucking bullshitting. He said, I talk to people, I'm stealing your lines when I talk to my customers. Hell yeah. When getting pick me or something else off the floor, he does, yeah, yeah. Hey, that works. Sometimes I watch Steve Lav struggling, you know, trying to get something apart up there in that crusty part of the fucking world that's 300 years old. I'm thinking, Steve, just say, yeah. Come on, man. Let it out from the fucking toes. Yeah, yeah. Where am I? Let me careful. They're gonna call for a wellness check on Johnny. Glad to see the shocks. I guess he was talking about the hammer arresters. Yep, another satisfied customer. She's the woman I put the box in for, the washer box. That place was a mess, guys. I have to steal a line from Steve Lab. That was good enough for that neighborhood. You know, honestly, guys, anything short of, on a repair like that, anything short of repairing the drywall, texturing it, and painting it is, that's the only way to really do the correct job. Anything else is just a fucking Band-Aid on it. And you do the best you can so that it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Hopefully, you know, you can be neat and try to do a nice job, but it is what it is. I could have used a bigger panel. I've got 18 by 18 panels. The one I used on that job was a 12 by 12, and it was just big enough, but it wasn't big enough to go to the top of the trim plate on the washer box. But you know, that's all small shit. She's getting a new washer and dryer. You probably will not even be able to see that. And I gotta tell you, those valves, man, in that box, they're very hard to use, man. I think I'm just gonna go now to the single lever. The reason I bought the one with the two, because I had a picture of the old box. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to get into turning this into a big fucking job, you know. I charged her $225 to put that box in. I was there for a little less than an hour. Handful of copper fittings, a no-hub band, and I was surprised to see the ABS pipe in the wall. You don't see that much down here in Florida. Anyways, do the best you can. You gotta look around. You gotta play to the room. If it was $1 million fucking house, obviously you're gonna say, hey man, I'm gonna have to put a new box in here. And you're gonna have to be nice. If I knew somebody, a drywall repairman or handyman who can do that and texture it and paint it, that's really the way things like that should be done. But I talked a lot about the street fittings copper. When they mold them, the seams on the mold are nasty, man. If you just clean that fitting with sandcloth, you need to get in there and clean that line from the joint on both sides, you know, where the mold comes together, because it'll still be dirty, and sometimes that'll be your pisser, you know. So you got to clean it out real good with a wire brush. Bob Morley, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. It's Juan Peralta. Johnny Sunshine, get a DP1. What the fuck's a DP1 insurance policy? Guys, I don't know, man. You gotta speak fucking English to me. All these I don't even know what the fuck you call them. DP1. I don't know what the fuck that stands for. So it's apparent that I'm the only guy in America who's buying cartridges as a plumbing contractor. Thanks to my guy, and I've had conversations with him about these fucking cartridges, and it never entered his mind to say, hey, you can just call Moen, man, and they'll send them to you for free. I got a call last night from a guy, a follower, a subscriber. I hate to say follower. That just, none of us are following anybody. We're doing our own thing. But he said, yeah, I call them up and they send me 25, 25 fucking Positemp cartridges. I hate buying them because they're so fucking expensive. I'm always got like one or two of them floating around, Sometimes I have to steal them out. I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Rather than buy that cartridge, I'll buy the rough body for $68 or $70, and steal the cartridge out of it if I have to. Guys, Johnny's got to go take a shit, man. Third Dutchman is heading for the exit. Big time. He's back. Let's get to something that's going to trigger my mind. It's the end of that, guys. Sorry.
Cheap brass from Home Depot. Such a low quality product.
What?
Much better.
Sick kids.
Cheap brass from Home Depot.
Home
Such
Depot.
a low quality product.
Alright guys, so it's Friday. Everybody have a great day today. Knock off early if you can. If you own your own business, that's what it's all about, man. Freedom. Freedom, my friends. So it appears Donnie is just clogging up the courts with his frivolous delay tactics. It's before the Supreme Court right now that says the President of the United States, the only person in the world who is above the law. Yeah, that's not a good thing, guys. Not a good thing. Unprosecutable? I don't think so. Hopefully this right-wing wackadoodle-doo Supreme Court will reject this case, and Donnie's going to have to pay the price. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, is the old saying. And he's just looking rough, guys. You have to admit, if you're a Trumper, the guy looks fucking out there. He's mumbling. He can't put words together. And he just kind of gives up now. Before he'd go off into, talking about something else if he fucked up a couple of words. But now he just kind of looks at himself like, wow, I'm fucked up, Just, you can't hide it, man. You can't hide it. It's coming to the surface, Donnie. Unfortunately, a lot of things are coming to the surface. like what's coming out of your butt. I got a little suggestion for him. He needs to stop getting the number 2 combo because it's coming back with a vengeance. Try a number 1, Donnie. You know, that number 2. And then everybody's you hear all this fucking, you know, the high-pitched squeak of a chair being pushed back like, whoa, what the fuck was that? Whoa, Donnie, what kind of defense is that? It's called a force field. Yeah, I thought it up myself. So the guy from Rhode Island yesterday, he had a great plan for America. Put everybody on a boat, bring them out 10 miles into the ocean, and push them off. And whoever makes it back, we keep them. That sounds like a MAGA idea. I just have to say, man. He's an angry Yankee, you know? Living pretty motherfucking good. The fuck's he got to be angry about? He's got a house in Portugal. He's got a house in Florida. He's fucking got a house in Rhode Island. Come on, man. What's your problem, bro? Be happy, man. Don't worry. Be happy. Miguel, I think that was one of your posts. Don't worry, be happy. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody posted that. Anyways, it's Friday, guys. TGIF. Don't worry. Be happy. We're going to close on that. Have a great day, guys.